John, what's your reaction to that?
We're not playing good basketball at this point in time.
What is your biggest area of concern at the moment?
Well, an area we need to improve on is our offense. So that's where we have to find some type of rhythm. We have yet to do that in these last couple games. So, the game's played at both ends, and you need to find a rhythm to generate, just some natural enthusiasm, and we haven't been able to do that for good stretches at this point in time.
You had a patch there where the ball was being moved around during the third quarter, where they moved around quite well and you were getting back into the game. And, do you need to see more of that? Do you need to see more of the team work getting the ball around rather than individuals taking a lot of shots?
Oh, like that, and any good basketball team, that's how you have to play. I think we've seen in his return how valuable Ty Webster is to generating pace and getting the opposition on their heels. So, him moving forward, hopefully we can get him on the floor for some more playing time. So we're playing at a good pace.
It's the third game this year where Bryce has been kept to less than 12 points and you've lost all three.
Uh-huh.
How do you get him more open looks and more and get him more involved from a scoring perspective?
Yeah, look, there's no doubt we need to find ways to get Bryce looks with the attention that he's getting at this point in time. So it'd be nice to see him be able to get to the foul line a little bit and be rewarded for that, because he's putting a lot of heat on the defense when the ball's in his hands. So I think a good way for a scorer to get their true rhythm is through the foul line, and I'd like to see him get there just a little bit more.
Would you like to see him receive a bit more assistance from his teammates to get him open, whether it's some blocks, whether it's some screens, whatever, just to give him a bit more space at the moment?
Yeah, look, that's as this team comes together and we figure out how to utilize everyone's strengths. Like that'll come. So that's an area that we address, and we're moving in a good direction. And what's helped having Ty back is Bryce doesn't have the concerns of being the point guard for a large stretch of the game like when Ty was out.
So you obviously therefore need Ty not to foul out again. That's a couple of games in a row where that's occurred.
Yeah, look, he's a physical presence at the guard position, and he plays with a great physicality, understanding probably when to resist that sometimes. But in saying that, just looking at the stat sheet here, they had 5 fouls on him, and he was unsuccessful in drawing some fouls. So, that's something that I got to look at, how I can put him in better situations to get, some favorable foul calls for him.
Yeah, John, just following up on Ty, he banged his knee there as well.
Yep.
Okay?
Yes, yeah. He come back into the game and played after that.
Clearly, him coming back in has been a positive. He's playing well, and he gives you that pace with a scoring punch, and Corey's giving you that as well.
Yep.
What those two guys are doing, is that one part of your offense that's working right now?
Oh, look, each guy has their moment. We're just not in sync. Like Keanu has been productive, in recent time, and every person has their moment. We just haven't had like a good length of time where you would say the 5 guys on the floor, are clicking together. And look, when we put the team together, we knew we were pulling in a lot of talented players from all over the place. And they're figuring each other out at that end of the floor, So, do I have confidence in it working and figuring itself out? Absolutely, because the players are too talented. They have way too much pride in their own performance for this to continue, for much longer.
Keanu, what did you make of that game out there tonight? How are you feeling afterwards?
Pretty frustrated. Obviously, things didn't go our way tonight. But yeah, I'm just frustrated how on the little mistakes that we made. But yeah, that's about it.
You're playing well personally. How tough is it to get the balance right between, I guess, being a little bit happy with the way you're playing personally, but still wanting to obviously be part of a winning team? Which is the focus.
Well, honestly, I don't think I'm playing my best basketball right now. I feel like I've got a long way to go to gel with this team, and but that's just something that happens over time. I can't just come into a new system and expect to be where I left off last year. But I feel like over the next couple of weeks we're gonna really gel together and head in the right direction. We have such a talented team. But, we just got to learn to play with each other and play the right way. I think we got to go back to the basics, right? And play that way. And then if we do that, then we can really, target each other's strengths, BC and me and Corey and everyone, Alex, everyone to do their own job. Everyone can do their own thing once we all play together as a team and learn to play that way first.
You know Isaac pretty well, obviously.
Yep.
What made him so tough tonight?
Just the way.
Was there something? Yeah.
The way he set the screens and got out of it quickly, it was hard to guard. But yeah, obviously the team that he has, they were finding him, and yeah, it was tough cover.
Just touching on that, JR, were you disappointed the way that you guarded, or was there anything you could have done differently against Isaac?
I'll have to re-watch, because if I remember correctly, halftime was 40-38 and the game was an eyesore. So I thought defensively we were doing a pretty good job, all round. And at the end of the day, someone's got to score in the game. But when the score's 40-38, I'd say your defense is pretty good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.